We are continuing in Module 02, Data for the Planning Process. This module is presented by Professor Mohan Venagala and rendered by an AI-generated voice. A reminder that this material is copyright protected. This section, Part 2C, focuses on socioeconomic data. In this, we will discuss the need for, sources, and methods related to this data, particularly through the use of surveys and travel diaries. Entire four-step travel demand modeling, TDM process relies on accurate input data. In this part, we will discuss a general outline of the socioeconomic data needed for TDM. The two main categories of socioeconomic data required for the model are demographic data. This category includes fundamental characteristics of the population that drive travel demand, specifically, population, households, income, economic data. This data is essential for understanding the activity and distribution of job centers, broken down by sector, employment by sector such as retail, office, and industrial. These data points are necessary inputs for the first step of the four-step model, trip generation, which estimates the total number of trips produced and attracted by traffic analysis zones, TAZs. There are three key sources for household-level demographic data used in transportation planning. Decennial census. This is the official 10-year count of the U.S. population. Historically, it included a long form, discontinued after Census 2000, that collected detailed journey-to-work data from a large sample, approximately 1 in 6 households. This provided detailed demographic, housing, and household characteristics. American Community Survey, ACS. The ACS replaced the census long form, starting fully in 2005. It is a continuous survey, with data collected every month, year-round. It uses a rolling sample of approximately 3.5 million addresses per year, about 2.5% of the population. The benefit of the ACS is that it provides more current data than the once-a-decade decennial census. Transportation planning programs like the Census Transportation Planning Products, CTPP, utilize ACS data to analyze commuting patterns. Public use microdata samples, PUMS. PUMS are large, non-aggregated samples of responses from the decennial census and the American Community Survey. They allow users to create custom tables and conduct detailed statistical analysis on individual and household-level data, while protecting respondent confidentiality by removing highly identifying information. PUMS data is a public resource for transportation planners, among others. Several key resources are available for obtaining the employment data that is essential for the trip generation step of the transportation planning process. QCEW, Quarterly Census of Employment and Wages. This program, a partnership between the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, and state employment agencies, provides a comprehensive count of employment and wage data, broken down by industry and geographic area. It is a highly reliable source for employment figures used in models. State commissions, employment security agencies. These state-level agencies manage unemployment insurance and collect detailed employment and labor force data, which is often used to supplement and localize the QCEW data. CPS, Current Population Survey. This monthly survey conducted by the Census Bureau and the Bureau of Labor Statistics provides detailed statistics on the labor force, including employment, unemployment, and hours worked. While primarily designed for national trends, its data can be used to understand demographic and work-related characteristics. LEHD, Longitudinal Employer-Household Dynamics, a program within the Census Bureau that provides job dynamics information, such as job-to-job flows and new hires, and, crucially for transportation planning, provides origin-destination data for workers' commutes, the journey to work. Market Research, Info Group, Dun & Bradstreet. These are commercial vendors that compile and sell business and employment listings. They are often used to supplement public data sources, particularly to identify specific large employers, or to get more granular business location data. Other supplemental data resources that are important for the TDM process, especially for complementing core census and employment data, include CTPP, Census Transportation Planning Products. This is a specialized, cooperative, data-focused initiative that provides transportation planners with detailed American Community Survey, ACS data tabulations. It uses census data to analyze worker commuting patterns, demographic, housing, and household characteristics. The CTPP is vital because it aids state and local agencies in understanding where people live and work, how they travel, journey to work, and the impacts on transportation infrastructure, congestion, and mobility. Aerial Imagery, Land Use Verification. This is used to visually verify and validate the land use data collected through other means. Planners use aerial photos to confirm the boundaries and actual use of traffic analysis zones, TAZs. For example, distinguishing between residential, commercial, or industrial areas to ensure the correct trip generation rates are applied. Directories, POC and telephone directories. Historically, Directories like the POC and telephone directories were used to supplement employment and household data. They helped in locating businesses and residences to refine the estimation of trip productions and attractions within TAZs, especially in the absence of comprehensive digitized databases. In summary, demographic data from Census and American Community Survey, economic data or employment figures from state employment commissions, and market research listings provide core information on population, households, income, commuting patterns, and employment, which are essential inputs for the trip generation step of the model. Also, local planning data and aerial photography provide local context and verification and help customize the model to the specific region. Collecting, synthesizing, and analyzing this data is extremely time-consuming. This work requires analysts with special expertise in data and analytical procedures. Note that the detailed coverage of this specific data and its analysis is outside the core focus of this course. That concludes Part 2C. Next, we will move to Part 2D, where we will discuss the need for, sources, and methods for travel activity data.